cute.
It's not going well.
That'll be funny though to edit out.
Yeah.
My name's Lacey,
I'm Rachel.
and I'm still over it. So this is video number 3.
Really try to target like the wives, like since we're Wives Tribe, wives changing their own behavior, because you can't change your spouse. That's kind of the point, right? We don't want to try to change our spouses. They should always be trying their best, and we should always be trying our best, but we can only control ourselves.
Yeah, and like we say every video, we want this to be more of a conversation. So please comment below, tell us how you deal with these certain situations.
Okay, so today's topic is
Husbands in school and how to deal with it.
yes.
What the fuck,
Who is this person?
I'm a little sick, so.
My dad looks like he's trying to be 20.
My situation is a little different. So my husband's in school. He's been in school since we've been dating. In the first year of our marriage, I graduated and I got my first job. And so we've been married for 3 years now. I've been having my career, and he's still been in school. And it's one of those situations where he keeps changing his major, and so the classes he took don't like matter anymore. And
It's hard.
it's been super hard, and just the way that he handles school, he can't do both school and a job. So all the financial responsibility has been on me, and it's just been really scary and hard. And I think we've talked about this before, but sometimes you feel really lonely, and the thing I don't want to ever feel is like I'm the mother of my husband, you know? And so one thing I do is I just continue to think that this is an investment. He's investing in our future, and that he's working as hard as he can. And school and working are both jobs. They're both are really demanding. So I can't compare like, oh, I get a paycheck and I spend my paycheck on your school. I can't think of it like that. You know, we're a team, and it's just a future investment.
It's an investment, yep.
Just learning to love my job, like, because I think growing up I never really thought about having a job. Like, I don't know if anyone else had the same thoughts, but I was always like, I'm gonna get married and I'm gonna be a mom, and then my husband will just provide. So it's just
That's a really valid point.
yeah, so it's just been like very difficult. It's very different than what my mind originally thought growing up, and now I'm the one providing for my husband, and nothing wrong with it. It's just a very different mindset than I grew up with.
Yeah, I think that's a great point just about marriage in general. Just like it's shifting your mindset is the hardest part sometimes, because you can't predict exactly the challenges you're going to face in your marriage, and you can't predict what kind of person you're going to marry and what their struggles are going to be or what their strengths are going to be. And so
Exactly. And when you do, when you both are in sync, it's
Yeah.
the best. Like, I love being married when we're on the same page. Rachel has a different kind of story and situation.
yeah, so mine's the opposite, but I don't provide.
No, she is a mother of 3.
My husband is a medical school student, and I think what's hard, I think the more common problem is that wives are feeling like they're not getting enough time with their spouses. And the other really common problem is that wives are kind of jealous. At least I get jealous sometimes that my husband still has all this social interaction and gets to meet all these people and feels like he's going somewhere with his life, when I'm stuck in this rut of just cleaning and cooking and changing diapers, and I don't feel like I'm accomplishing anything sometimes. So I'm definitely not saying turn to Will Smith with your marriage problem. My husband just sent me this quote a couple days ago. I'm pretty sure he was sending me a hint. So once you decide what your problem is, then you have to take action. If you need more time with your spouse and you're not feeling that appreciation and love and quality time that you need, you're gonna set up a date night, you know, every week or every month, and you and your husband are gonna get on the same page about that, and you're gonna do it no matter what. That's gonna be your priority number 1 so that you can stay sane. Or if your problem is that you're not getting enough social interaction, you need to find something that you do love and find something that makes you happy, because your husband isn't your only source of happiness, right? Her happiness is not my responsibility. She should be happy, and I should be happy individually. Then we come together and share our happiness. Giving someone a responsibility to make you happy when you can't do it yourself is selfish. So I'm not like 100% on board, right? I think that it is our responsibility and our husband's responsibilities to be good humans and to try to be the best partners we can be to each other. I think that's our responsibility, to be selfless towards one another. But I guess that's kind of what he's saying, right? Is that that we need to bring happiness to each other, but I cannot make my husband happy. I can't choose that for him, and he can't make me be happy.
Exactly. I totally agree. Sometimes when growing up, I would think, oh, if I had a husband, I'd be so happy. Oh, once I have a boyfriend, I'll be so happy. But it's really, you have to just internalize that you create your own happiness. No one can determine that for you. You can be in the worst time of your life and choose to be happy. Or you can be in the best time of your life and choose to be sad. Don't want to get that confused with depression. That's a real thing.
Right, or
But,
like some
yeah.
circumstances,
Yeah.
like abuse, and there are
Yeah.
some circumstances you have to remove yourself from.
Exactly.
But for the most part,
Yeah,
you get to choose.
exactly.
Yeah, so how can you choose to be happy when your husband's not around ever? You can choose to create like an exercise group or like a running or a jogging club. You can choose to sign up for some kind of event with your friends. You can choose to plan a trip with your girlfriends. You can, create opportunities that you look forward to every week or every month. Yeah, create your own happiness instead of just waiting for your husband to come home or waiting for the next part of your life, because you're never going to be happy if that's what you do.
Exactly. And this time will pass. Sometimes I don't believe that, and I think
Yeah.
my husband will be in school forever, but he will eventually be graduated, so I just need to enjoy the time now.
I love that, because we're going to miss it. For one
We're gonna
reason
miss
or
it.
another, you're going to miss it. We say this all the time.
I know.
You don't appreciate the phase of life you're in until it's gone.
Exactly.
Thank you for joining us today. Like, what would you like to hear more about? And how have you kind of applied these things in your own life, and what does it really look like?
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys.